Let's take care of your money problems. Why do you need so much money? Because upgrading your gear is hella expensive. If I want to get this one higher, 1,433 coins for one level. My crown currently 2,000 and my armor also 2,000, and I duly want to get them upgraded at least to +5, 6, 7 so I get more crit chance, more spell power, everything. For our money making schemes, we're traveling to the Horns of South, pretty much the beginning of the game. I do recommend being at least level 15 to 20 for this. And the reason for that is simple, because you want to put many points into practicality. This gives you a crafting bonus. My cooking crafting bonus is at 5.0. I just make more. Now, obviously with level 20, you will only have 20 points. No worries, still works. The most efficient the method will be by having 2 origin potions. One to make your stats this way to rack up the money, and then one to reset your stats back to how you would like to play. Origin potions can be found throughout the world, but also in the Horns of the South. The vendor right here at this point where I stand right now, Jan's Quarter, does sell you 1 origin potion for 1,500. We're rich, we can afford this. If you have to sell some stuff, do that. There's also an alchemist in Kunacht who sells you more origin potions, but you'll find them in the world as well, especially if you played until level 15, 20 already. Then you'll go to the castle's kitchen. They're situated right where I am, and you will buy his whole stock and the recipe he has to offer. The whole stock will cost you around 500 gold. So left click E, 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 left click E. You won't have all the recipes to make the stuff that you need to make. He sells you 1 recipe, but that's not enough. Before we now get to cooking, go into your skills. Because in your skill tree, under practicality, you want to have all points into selling is more profitable. You have 30% chance to create an additional dish, very important. And also you have chance to recycle a single resource when crafting. This is so good. I can make oatmeals out of 50 oat sacks and I get 25 back. And then I make another 25 and get 12 and so on. Super powerful. Now I mentioned oatmeal. You won't have the recipe for it. But under experimental, if you just put in oats and craft, you get yourself the oatmeal recipe. I will put a list with all the recipes you can learn in the description below for the 100%ers under you. The ones I learned is oatmeal, poultry stew, and very important, mom's pie. Mom's pie, so much money. Now you're gonna sort by price. And keep in mind that you do not ever want to make the beggar's fare, because the dude actually doesn't buy the beggar's fare. He also does not buy the mom's pie. But the mom's pie is being made with blueberries, and you have tons of blueberries from the guy that you don't need for other recipes. And I'll show you the vendor where you sell it to. So now we press G to craft many, and I make many of those. But I already got stuff back, so I can make another one. Perfect. And I can make another one because I got the resources back. Now we're going to craft beef stews, another 4. Cool. We didn't get any resources back, unlucky. Then we make the poultry. We can make 1 more. Thank you very much. Then we have the poultry stew another time. And there's the cabbage rolls, many of them. Still, we got resources back to make them again. There goes another one. It's crazy. Then we make mashed potatoes. Cool. We make the fried fish. We make the oatmeal. So I can make 8 oatmeal. But then I can make another 6 oatmeal. I can make another 4 oatmeal. Woohoo! Then we get the Seval's Delight, and we're finally out of everything. Go back to him, open the shop, and now we're going to be selling. There you can see that we don't have the mother's pie, but we have all these recipes. So let's go. We have 15,600 gold. We spend 500 to make these. Now we're already sitting almost at 17. So sell this, sell that, and we're sitting at 17k. That's not it though, because now you can leave. And I wouldn't run right away on my first rotation, but I just want to show you. At the start of town, there is Orlith, I think it was her name. She actually buys the mother's pie from you. Orlith, open shop, sell, and here we can actually sell the mother's pie now. And that is 132 for 2, 256, boom. And I'm sitting at 18k money. Big profits for simply spamming food. And now these profits can be used at the smith to buy myself the leather, the iron ore, and the wood, jute fiber, linen fiber, all these things that you need to then actually upgrade your gear. Right now, I need titanium ore, leather, and also sharpening stones. The first smith doesn't sell all these things, but in Kuenacht, second part, in the city, right in the Crafter's Row, there's another dude who sells you even more things. Now, I gotta say one stuff about Smith. They do refresh, but I don't know how exactly long it takes. I bought his leather and I rested for 4 days in a row. It didn't reset. Then I actually teleported around and he actually reset. Couldn't find a reliable way. I know they do reset, which helps tremendous because you need so much leather to get all your gear upgraded. Now, in order to keep up cooking, you make a bonfire, rest, and then do 24 hours. That's it. Make sure the shop is open. It's 9 a.m. in the morning. You can waltz in again. Then you'll buy his whole stash. You buy everything another time. And results might vary. The higher your cooking skill is, the better it is. Obviously, the luckier you are with the 50% reset, the better it is as well. Back to the cooking pot. Buy prize. Make some more mommy pies. Make a lot more mommy pies. Dude, make even more mommy pies. This was so lucky for me. And now we're going to sell everything again. 17k in the top corner. Boop, 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 boop. I actually crafted a lot of oatmeal. You can see 16 here. That's another 300. Boom. Okay, and we're 20k almost. We just went from 15 to 20k just in the term of this video. Perfection. As you're then done with everything, drink your origin potion, reset your stats, have fun. Don't worry, there's a lot of origin potions in the game. Considering that a town residence will cost you 50,000 gold, if you ever want to actually own a place, you gotta quite make some money. Now we teleported to Kuenacht for upgrading, and right where I'm standing are the smithies. You'll have to do a quest for beer first, then you can open his shop. And he has different stuff. He has sharpening stones. He got meteorite ore. He still has the leather. He has the iron ore. So get some stuff, but get even more. And when it comes down to upgrading your gear, you have two things: upgrade and attach relic. Alone for attach relic, you already need tons of money. I have 20k, but I need 500 to unlock these 2 slots. I never had the money to spare. And then you get more max health, ignites enemies when they hit you in close combat, max health, multiplies stamina regeneration. Cool. Reduces stamina cost as well. There are tons of interesting relics, and these relics you can also buy throughout the world from different vendors. I don't think he sells me a single one, but other vendors do have stuff, and well, things are expensive. I mean, Ogre Script would be 2,000. Yikes. Everything is so expensive and you barely have shit. Now on the upgrading side, you gotta make sure that you upgrade the pieces that you really get good value out of. For example, upgrading my mantle gives me only 1% spell power and 0.5 mana regeneration. It's actually really not worth it. But my chest piece is 5% more spell power and 1% more crit. Same for the pants, 1% and 5%. Helmet, 5%, 1%. Really worth it, actually. On the gloves, it's actually only 1% spell power, 1% spell power. The same goes for the boots, it's only 1% spell power. So these are the last things to upgrade. First, go for the main helmet, chest, pants, and your weapon, obviously, because that would also be another 5% increase here. Very worth it to upgrade. And then go for the lesser pieces. And you could do another thing. Your armor has weight. This weighs 5, this weighs 3. And the weight determines how heavy you are, how much movement speed multiplier you're getting, attack speed, casting speed, everything, right? Well, with armor weight reduction, we could reduce the weight of my helmet now. Let's do that from 5 to 4.5. And then from 4.5 to 4, and from 4 to 3. If I now open up my character menu, I'm close to not being heavy equipped anymore. I know that's crazy. Yeah, you really want to get this down to then be able to get the better multiplier, especially as soon as you have found your very good set. For the very good caster set, we have a video in the description below. No worries. Now I do need a lot of titanium ore for this. For this, we return to the Horn of Thals, all the way go to the north and have here the ancient cave fast travel spot. And roughly around this marker should be a vein of titanium ore. You're gonna make your way towards the gorge, turn right upwards to the camp where you also fought Bram No Face, already downed him. And then we're going to turn left onto this bridge. And there, right below you, will be the titanium ore that you can mine from up here. And then you can put down your bonfire, rest, have it respawn, rinse and repeat. Ladies and gentlemen, tell me, how filthy rich have you gotten with this method, or have you found an even better one? And how far upgraded is your gear now? I've actually finished the game with +3 upgraded gear, but I'll tell you, I've been missing not being able to get 100% crit, not being the strongest I could possibly be. So obviously I want to return to a second playthrough and do this method all the way now. And if you're now looking for all this gear, the spells, the everything, here's the guide that explains it to you with a beginner guide attached to it. Enjoy and have a fantastic good day.